Welcome to Caymanas Park Replay and Highlights Show, where we show the latest horse racing replays and results.
Starter ready? They're off. A big commander wobbles out at the back. Here comes the boss, wants that lead, gets it narrowly over Waltzing Matilda, Dance All Night racing out 3 wide in the blue. Luminous Power now beginning to make gains in behind that one, Alexa's Star. Miss Linda Ray on the outside. Right there on the rail, General Mubarak, joined now by on the outside, Congrats Suki in the green with the white stars as they run toward the half-mile marker. Trickster trying to make ground with Smarty Tradition. Ride with the Mob has a lot to do at this stage, and Bay Commander struggling at the back. Not in it at all, as they've left the half-mile and run away now, about to pass the 7/16. Here comes the boss. Daniel Satchel guides this one on that lead. Luminous Power now takes the run on the rail. Waltzing Matilda moving out wide, and Waltzing Matilda possibly by the flare of her nostril. Over here comes the boss as they leave the 5/16. Miss Linda Ray is seen making eye-catching progress, but they're coming into the lane, and it's a Waltzing Matilda in the center of the track who has that lead. Miss Linda Ray now launching a charge, and Miss Linda Ray now surges to the front. It's Miss Linda Ray as they run to the furlong pole with that lead. Waltzing Matilda now running on the spot. The rest all have mountains to climb. Can they catch Miss Linda Ray? She has less than a furlong to get home, and it is Miss Linda Ray and the apprentice Matthew Bennett beginning to skip away from them, spraying them all with sand. Miss Linda Ray wins by 10, maybe even more. Ride with the Mob will be second. Bay Commander third. Close, could be Dance All Night over Smarty Tradition.
In position, and they're off and racing. Royal Aviator is the last to leave the gate, whatever, showing speed this afternoon and goes due for that lead. Coupling up nicely and now going through that stall walking girl. Boss Izzy is right down in second. Royal Aviator recovering after that poor start. Whatever comes next. Then comes Sir Puddington, Rackaway, and Nala's Bushman left at the back. Passing the 6 furlong point on the course, and Boss Izzy showing speed on the inside, just ahead of Stall Walking Girl. 2 lengths behind, that's Royal Aviator. Another 2 lengths before we come to Sir Puddington. A length and a half to whatever. Rackaway comes next, about a length behind, and left out of it still, it's Nala's Bushman. Going toward the 4 furlong point, it is now Stall Walking Girl that takes over the lead. Stall Walking Girl in front by 2 lengths. Royal Aviator is in second. They're stringing out a bit. Boss Izzy is down there in third, trying to overtake both Izzy. That is Sir Puddington left out of it at the moment. Rackaway, whatever, and at the back, Nala's Bushman turning into the lane. And in total control, that is Stall Walking Girl. Dick Cardenas in front and looking good for the second. On the outside, Royal Aviator is right there in second, right against the rail and not making much impression. That is Sir Puddington, but Stall Walking Girl on an afternoon stroll this afternoon, and Stall Walking Girl sprinting clear. The battle is clearly on for the minors. Stall Walking Girl wins. Royal Aviator is second. It's gonna get tight for the third between Sir Puddington, Nala's Bushman, and whatever.
(49-1, 114-2).
Ready for a start. They're off and racing. Crafty Zelazine and Bin Laden, those are the two, marginally missing the break, but going right through. That's Toughness but Assault, coupling up nicely right against the rail. That is She's a Mistake. Mr. A is right in that mix as they're bunching up, going towards the 4.5 furlong point on the course. They're approaching the 4, and it's a wild bunch. They're scrambling, passing the 4, and going right through on the outside. That's Toughness. Toughness with that lead, followed by Mr. A right on the inside. Naiden is right in the mix too. They're bunching up, as I said, as they pass the 3. Toughness establishing a length and a half lead from Naiden right there in second, recovering nicely and going down dangerously. That's the favorite, Bin Laden, and traveling sweetly right against the rail. That's Mr. A. Coming on from behind, that's Lion's Den. The Toughness still in front, a furlong and a half to travel. Less than a furlong and a half to travel. Toughness in front and traveling nicely. Toughness getting away from these. Toughness kicking clear from Bin Laden, right, left, right against the rail. Toughness, it's all over by the shouting. Toughness bounding in for a easy win. Looks like 4 lengths. Bin Laden is second. Third is Mr. A. Fourth, Lion's Den.
6 to win, 73 to place. Second, 3 Bin Laden, 56.
They're off and racing. Very good break. Black River is the first to show on the inside. Maribilis is right there in the second, out wide. That subby. As they go around the clubhouse turn, it is Black River in front of Maribilis in second. Halhamdulillah is in third. Behind Halhamdulillah, that's the great Latapi. Just behind Latapi and coasting easily, that subby. Left out of it early, that's Biblical Legend. Going past the 6.5 furlong point, and it is Maribilis now gets that lead. Halhamdulillah pressing home an attacker on the outside. Reserved in third, that's Black River. 2 lengths away before we come to Latapi bouncing easy. Right beside Latapi, that's Subby, and Biblical Legend still trails. Heading towards the 4 furlong point, and it is Maribilis and Halhamdulillah. These two mixing it up, but they're both traveling easily, waiting for the passing the 4. 2 lengths away before we come to Subby, rushing down into third and looking purposely though. Right there in fourth, that's Latapi. Tailing off 4 lengths behind, that's Biblical Legend, overtaking Black River. Passing the 3. And it is Halhamdulillah, just marginally the leader. Right there on the outside, that is Subby. Subby trying to test Alhamdulillah, the favorite. Kicking away, though, the favorite in front by 2 lengths. Subby is still there, trying to press home an attack, but Shane Ellis gives the green light to Halhamdulillah, and Halhamdulillah is fighting on, but Subby is not yet giving up. These two fighting for it as they pass the furlong pole. Halhamdulillah, Subby on the outside, a good race brewing. Halhamdulillah being driven to the max by Shane Ellis. Subby coming, it's gonna be tight, very tight between those two. Then comes Latapi and Biblical Legend.
They're off. Fair start, it seems, with the exception of 3-card Guy at the back. Dor the Butcher got a good run and now angles toward the stand fence. Wifey Says So is the one racing near the stand fence. On the far side, Bossy and Flashy in the orange. Right alongside Sweet and Smart, Color Me Tan. These 3 race abreast as they now charge up with less than 3 furlongs remaining. Adore the Butcher is in a handy spot if good enough at this stage. K-Boy in behind her and now switch toward the center. Wifey Says So further back on the rail as they come inside the last quarter. Sweet and Smart and Color Me Tan now take away from the rest. And these two, that's where the action is at the moment as they charge up toward the furlong pole. Color Me Tan on the outside, the leader. Sweet and Smart now pushed for all she's worth, asked to close the gap, but Color Me Tan remains resolute on that lead and steadfast. And it's Color Me Tan pushed out by Jordan Barrett to win by 2 over Sweet and Smart. K-Boy is third above Hall Links. Fourth, it's tight. Could be War of the Roses over Jolly's Dream. To place. Second, 3, Sweet and Smart. Lord of Ajalon was acting up, but they're off. Lord of Ajalon came off the slowest. Roses Farrell missed it with Old Dwarf. XY Soul didn't get away cleanly either, but up front Primal Fair blazes the early trail. Colbert in between horses, Versatile Vision out wide, Chennai Express scraping paint on the rail, and these four separated by 3 lengths. Striker Twill is a further 2.5 lengths in behind them. Attorney General tracks them as they leave the 5. Sen City a length and a tail in front of Shiboom. Lord of Agilon and XY Soul make ground, with My Time now in behind them toward the back. There goes Old Dwarf now making ground. Roses for L moves up, and My Time now left at the back. 7/16 of a mile to race. Catch Colbert if you can. Versatile Vision trying his best to do it, and these two now hook up on the front end as they slip past the 3, and Versatile Vision accelerates to get the lead. Colbert fighting on the rail, and these two leave the 5/16. Attorney General will try to get to them, and Roses Forel turning for home on the extreme outside. Versatile Vision straightened up in the center with the advantage on the run to the 3/16. Watch out now for Sen City asked to close up on the outside. It's Versatile Vision. Sen City coming with a charge. They make their way toward the final quarter. It's Versatile Vision. Sen City pulling alongside, and now Sen City points and takes over. Inside the final 16th, it is Sen City now beginning to open up. The rider Tevin Foster says ta-ta, and Sen City wins by maybe 6 over Attorney General. Then Versatile Vision, My Time now, and Shiboom. Boom. 9 Green Gold Rush was a late scratch at the gate. The special double there, 8:38. 6 furlongs. They're off for the Lady Guitar. Duke staggers out a bit with Awesome Treasure. Double Crown didn't get away that cleanly either, but Rajon the Pilot did, along with Eroy and Father Patrick. And Eroy and Father Patrick hook up now to battle for it in the early exchanges as they leave the 5. The Speedy Harry's train snapping at their heels already on the run to the half mile. Rajon the Pilot just in front of Eroy now asked to overtake on the outside. Double Crown now beginning to pick up as they leave the half mile. Duke and Awesome Treasure are the trailers. They've left the 7/16 in the Lady Gita and run toward the 3. Father Patrick fending off on the outside. Deep Blue Sea and Dick Cardenas just about 3/4 of a length separates them as they come thundering past the 5/16. Father Patrick just the leader. Deep Blue Sea will try to attack on the outside, but Father Patrick stepping off towards center course opens up 2 or 3 lengths quickly. Chased all the while by Deep Blue Sea. Watch Eroy now angled down to the rail and asked to come with a run, but this Father Patrick is not fooling around. Father Patrick with a furlong to run in the Lady Gita. Can they catch Father Patrick? It doesn't seem as if they can. Inside the final 16th, it's Father Patrick in the hands of O'Shea Nugent. They will take the Lady Gita trophy by 3 over Eroy. Then Double Crown. Rajon the Pilot. Duke finishes back in 5th. Margins 2 3/4, 2.5. They're off. Maya comes away ridden. So too King Anthelou. They vie for that early lead as they head toward the clubhouse turn and the mile pole, and King Anthelou will set the fractions. Maya racing down on the rail. Vanquisher just on the outside of that one. There goes Buff Bay Sandwich in between horses. Kai Alexis racing out 3 wide. Big Man Biden asked to make progress as they head toward the 7. Tracked by Leo. A break of some 2 lengths to Positive ID and a right in flight. And a long way last is Colorado Ranger. Over on the back stretch, they make their way toward the final 6 furlongs. And it is King Anthelou and Javanil Patterson who set those splits. Puff Bay just a length and a piece back. Kai Alexis hidden from view on the outside. Vanquisher races next. Leo is tucked in between horses as they continue to make their way down the far side. Big Man Biden now coming into view, and these front runners beginning to bunch. Positive ID has made some progress. Maya going the wrong way. Right in flight is next. Colorado Ranger, although making ground, is at the back. They're approaching the final half of a mile, about to enter the turn for home, and Big Man Biden has now taken charge up front. King Anthelou left back in second, right on his tail. Leo moving down into third. Kai Alexis and Positive ID begin their runs as they're about to arrive at the final 3/8, and it is Big Man Biden out in front leading up. Positive ID has to cut right into it. Leo is right against the rail and under a ride. In between them, Kai Alexis, Maya making some late ground, but into the lane they come, and Big Man Biden Biden on the rail now gives way. It is Positive ID who takes charge, and Positive ID will angle to the fence under the right-hand stick. Kai Alexis is in the center in the red silks. Out wide, that's Maya running on the spot at the moment. But Positive ID continues to respond to the right-hand whip inside the final furlong. It's Positive ID and the wily Dick Cardenas. He's looking for another win on the card. A 16th to run. Dick Cardenas and Positive ID coming away. They're floating on air to win this easily by 6 or more over Kai Alexis Maya. Big man Biden may be just ahead of Colorado Ranger, but it's close between them.